is no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Time again for the Underdog Show, starring that champion of champions, Underdog.
When in this world the headlines read of those whose hearts are filled with greed, and rob and steal from those who need to right this wrong with blinding speed, goes Underdog, 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 Underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder. Underdog, Underdog, Underdog.
In our last episode, Underdog had been sentenced to jail for 30 years for stealing $1 billion in gold. But Sweet Polly had gone on the trail of the real crooks and was now looking for the missing armored car.
Excuse me, sir, but have you seen an armored car go by here?
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. Which way?
That away?
Did it stop around here?
Yep. Stopped at the house at the end of the road.
Fine, I'll go there.
I wouldn't if I was you. Haunts.
Haunts?
Haunts. Spooks. Ghosts. It's a haunted house.
Don't be silly. There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm going up there. Oh, it is a little scary. I wish Underdog were here. Oh, it's so dark. Wait, I've got a candle in my purse. There. It went out. Now you stop that. I think there's someone following me. Who's there? Who's there? Oh, I'm so frightened. And I've got to put this candle down somewhere. Why, thank you. There's a chair right in the center of the room. I'll be safe there, and then I can rest a bit. Phew. I really haven't time to rest. I must... Oh, what am I going to do? Who are you?
Never mind. I will show you where the gold is. Come with me.
Oh, all right. Help! Help! Help!
Say, this ghost machine works just fine. We sure scared that Polly. Won't have any more trouble from her.
That hole's so deep, she'll be falling for days. Now let's finish painting these bricks.
Oh, where has my Underdog gone? Oh, where can he be?
And far away in his prison cell, Underdog's ultrasonic ears picked up the cry of Sweet Polly. What could he do? Can he possibly get there in time to save Sweet Polly? The answer lies ahead in our next exciting episode.
In the Megapolis Zoo, the quiet of a beautiful day was soon to be ruined for Stanley Livingston.
Mr. Livingston, hurry!
What is it, Flunky?
Tennessee and Chumley. They done it again, boss.
You mean that pesky penguin and walrus have escaped again? Call Sergeant Badge. Start searching the city. Did they leave any clue as to where they were going?
Not a thing, boss.
But Flunky had failed to notice the headlines on the newspaper Tennessee and Chumley had been reading. Circus comes to town.
This is our chance for adventure and excitement. We'll get jobs with the circus and see the world.
Gee, yeah, Tennessee, I like the circus.
Hold on there, fellas. Circus doesn't open till tonight. Come back then.
You don't understand. We're here to get jobs.
Yeah? What can you do?
Do? Well, we're trapeze artists. Yes, that's it. Trapeze artists.
A penguin and a walrus on the trapeze. Sounds good. Let's see what you can do.
But gee, Tennessee, we don't know anything about trapezes.
Nothing to it, Chumley. I've watched performers on TV. You just do like I do. Yikes!
Don't worry, Tennessee, I'll get you.
Let go! You're pulling me off! We'll fall! No!
I'm upside down. What do I do now?
Let me go!
Okay, Tennessee.
No! Help! Chumley! Grab me!
Missed him.
Grab me!
Missed again.
Help!
Gotcha. I got you, Tennessee. But how do we get off?
Swing harder. I can't reach the platform.
My feet are slipping, Tennessee. I can't hold on much longer.
Hang on.
I can't. I'm slipping.
Well, it's a different kind of act, all right. But we got a lot of comedy routines already. I don't think we can use it.
But we can do other things. Give us a chance.
Mr. Manager, I wish to inform you that I'm quitting your puny circus.
But wait, you can't.
Aha! Now you do need help. We can take over his job.
Yeah, that might be interesting. Come on, I'll give you a try.
What was his job?
You'll see.
Nothing to be afraid of, Chumley. Just remember that these lines are all, really tame. They wouldn't hurt a flea.
Gee, I wish I was a flea. They don't look tame to me.
Just whip your whip, Chumley. Show them who's boss. Like this. Stop that. Get back there, lion. Don't you see I'm boss? One step closer and I'll bop you with this chair. Oh, stealing my chair, eh? Well, take this. Do something, Chumley. Put your head in his mouth.
I'll scare him off with the gun.
Stop the lion!
Open the
gate! Open the gate! Let us out!
Well, boys, lion tame as you aren't.
But we'll do anything to stay with the circus.
Well, I feel kind of sorry for you. And there is one possibility. Do you think you can run the Calliope?
Run the Calliope? Why, sure. Of course we can.
Okay, fellas, be here at 7 sharp for the start of the show.
Gee, Tennessee, what is a
I don't know, Chumley, but we're going to see Mr. Whoopi.
Oh, learn about the Calliope, eh? Why, that's music to my ears. For the Calliope is a musical instrument.
A musical instrument?
Oh, yes, indeed. It's used on river steamboats, in carnivals and circuses, too. It's sort of a steam piano.
Well, gee, Mr. Whoopi, Tennessee can play the piano.
Well, then he should be able to play the calliope. Here, let me get the three-dimensional blackboard and tell you all about it. It was in the year 1855 that a man named Joshua C. Stoddard of Worcester, Massachusetts, first patented the calliope. As Mr. Stoddard finally worked it out, the calliope was a series of 32 whistles which were played by steam.
You mean steam, like with a steam engine on a locomotive?
Oh, yes. At one end of the calliope, there is a boiler and a smokestack. When steam is built up here, this knob is turned, and the steam passes into a long horseshoe-shaped pipe, on top of which are all of the whistles.
But gee, where does the piano part come in?
Simple, my boy. At the other side of the horseshoe-shaped pipe, there's a keyboard with brass keys to withstand the heat of the steam.
And I have to play those brass keys to make the calliope play, right?
Exactly. Each of the keys is connected to a rod. So when the key is pressed down, the rod moves, and at the other end, it opens one of the whistles. This causes steam to rush into the whistle. And whoopee! A musical note is heard.
But don't all the notes sound just alike?
Not at all, my boy. Each of the whistles, just like the pipes of an organ, is a different size, from very short and thin, which makes a high-pitched note, up to a very long and big round whistle, which makes a low-pitched note.
I get it now. Thanks a million, Mr. Whoopi. You're the greatest.
Be careful, boys. If you use too much steam, that brass keyboard gets awfully hot.
And so at 7 o'clock that night...
Okay, Chumley, turn on the steam. I'm ready to play.
And out in the center ring, the circus began. All the performers doing their acts right in time with the calliope music. But then...
Chumley! The keyboard's getting too hot. There's too much steam.
What's that?
I said I'm burning my fingers. Turn down the steam.
Gee, Tennessee, the knob came off. What can I do?
This was a catastrophe. For as the keyboard grew hotter and hotter, Tennessee began playing faster and faster to keep his fingers from burning. And as the music went faster, the performers struggled to keep in time with the music. Trapeze artists zoomed wildly through the air. Bareback riders were whirling so fast they began to get dizzy. Tightrope walkers were running so rapidly they almost fell. And still Tennessee played faster as the steam grew hotter.
Stop the steam!
I can't, Tennessee, I can't.
Yeah, I beg your pardon, Mr. Manager, but have you by any chance seen a penguin and a walrus? Well, of course I've seen them. They're playing my calliope and they're ruining my circus. And when they stop playing, I'm going to break their necks. Come on, Flunky! They're heading in the direction of the zoo!
Well, Chumley, it looks like we got to be acrobats after all.
Yeah, but I think we're in for a downfall.
Apache, have I ever told you about the time...
I'm sure you have, Commander, if you'll excuse me.
It was a lonely outpost. The only enjoyment I had was my phonograph and records. Day after day, savage Indians attacked. My soldiers were dropping like flies. I tried to telegraph for replacements. But the Indians cut the lines. We fought bravely on, forcing them back as they charged time and time again. But finally, our ammunition was gone. The situation seemed hopeless.
Terrible. There was nothing you could do.
Ah, but there was. As the Indians bore down for their final attack, I whipped whipped out my phonograph and put on a recording of a mighty cavalry charge. Immediately, the Indians, sure that the cavalry were just over the hill, raced off and never challenged us again.
You did it with your phonograph. Why, Commander, I believe that's some sort of record.
Quite.
In our last episode, King Leonardo and his faithful companion, Odi Coloni, had held a trial.
Did you hear it, ye brother, members of the jury? A confession from the accused's own lips.
Away with them! Away with the crook! Like that! Finish them! All right now, jury. Retire for a verdict. Have you reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor. We find the defendants guilty and recommend that they be banished from the kingdom.
Now listen, you mugs. We'll be back, see? We got a deal working, see? And when we come back, you'll all be sorry you crossed Biggie Rat.
What diabolical scheme did the treacherous twosome have in mind? There was not long to wait for the answer.
Sire, important news. We have just received a special message from Lookout Point.
Well, what does it say?
Oh, it isn't code, Your Majesty. Oh, it must be important.
All right, confound it. Decode the message with the Odie decoder.
Yes, sire. Oh, QXBT. Yes, I have it now. Oh, Your Majesty, terrible news.
But what?
Our soldiers at Lookout Point have sighted a battleship steaming down our coastline. They say the captain is...
Yes?
Biggie Rat and Itchy Brother is aboard.
A battleship? Why, that's the most unheard of thing I ever heard of.
True, sire. Even now the bombardment begins.
Confound it, they're destroying the palace. Call out the Navy.
Immediately. But we have no Navy, sire.
Call out the Marines.
But we have no Marines, sire.
Well, what can we do?
Well, our army is useless on water, Your Majesty, but together we shall face the enemy, and your courage shall see us through.
All right, True Blue Odie, load the weapon. Now I'll just pull back, and... Help! Help! I can't swim!
A narrow escape, sire, but we shall not weaken.
Stroke! 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 That's it! That's it, True Blue Odie!
We are coming into range now, sire. Best we load the cannons.
Of course, of course. You just handle the oars.
Ready, sire?
Ready. Steady now. Prepare for the blast. Oh, hopeless. Hopeless, I tell you.
No, Your Majesty. Your strength has carried us through. We have the way now. I'm certain it will work.
But why do you have the royal buzzsaw?
Yes, sire. The buzzsaw will win for us. Have your army ready for the traitors. Prepare for the attack. I shall return. Now, Your Majesty, now is the time to overwhelm the traitors.
Charge! Charge! Charge!
Yes, again, the ever-faithful Odi Coloni has saved the little kingdom. What now of Biggie and Itchy? Captured again? Sent away from the kingdom again? What new way will they find to attack the kingdom? We'll find out in our next exciting episode of The King and Odi.
In our last episode, Underdog, in jail, heard Sweet Polly's cry for help. But what could he do?
When Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Hey, you can't bust out of here!
I know that breaking out is wrong, but I'll be back. I won't be long.
Here, all the gold bricks look just like real red bricks. Now we can drive them right across the border, and nobody will ever catch on.
Hey, listen to this. She's still hollering.
Sure, like I told you. It's a deep hole. She'll be falling for days. Come on.
His ultrasonic ears told Underdog exactly where Sweet Polly was, and using his powerful fists as pile drivers, he tunneled down through the earth and...
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
My hero.
And as Underdog carried her up to the surface, Sweet Polly told him about her adventures.
And the house is haunted by ghosts.
Nonsense. Everyone from coast to coast knows there's no such thing as ghosts.
But I saw it with my own eyes and heard with my own ears.
We'll look around the house and see. Don't be afraid, just follow me.
And after exploring the house room by room, they finally came to the basement where they discovered Riff Raff's ghost machine.
Look, this button says laugh. And this one says footsteps. Then the whole thing was just done by this machine. There were no ghosts at all. I'm so relieved. Blood!
That's not blood, it's one of their tricks. They've painted the gold to look like bricks.
The paint's still wet. They can't have gone far. You can catch them, Underdog.
When crooks escape, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Oh, I am a genius. I stole $1 billion worth of gold bricks. I dropped that nosy TV reporter down a hole, and I got Underdog in jail for 30 years.
Halt!
Yay! Underdog! I'll ram him. Let him have it! This'll stop him. Give me that nitro.
Now, if you boys are through playing around, I'll lift you and the truck right off the ground.
And so Underdog took the gold back to the bank, rescued Sweet Polly, and proved that he was innocent of any crime, so that once more people could look up and say,
Look, in the sky, it's a plane.
It's a bird.
It's a frog.
A frog.
Not plane nor bird nor even frog. It's just little old me, Underdog.